You know, it's funny. We use our mobile numbers every single day, but have you ever really stopped to think about its hidden potential? We see it as just a bunch of digits, right? Well, in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain and show you how a simple phone number can actually be one of the most powerful and most overlooked tools for growing your business right here in the UK. Okay, let's just jump right in with a pretty direct question. Is it possible that your current phone number is actively losing you business? I know it's a bit of a tough pill to swallow, but think about it. Every time a potential customer can't remember your number after hearing it on the radio or seeing it on the side of your van, well, that's a lost opportunity. It's as simple as that. Just take a look at these two numbers on the screen for a second. On one side, you've got a total jumble of random digits. On the other, you have a number with a really clear, satisfying pattern. Now, if you only had 3 seconds to memorize one of them, which one would you pick? It's a no-brainer, right? That split-second difference is precisely where a business can win or lose a customer for life. So let's really unpack this hidden power. We're going to move way beyond the idea of a number as just a way for people to call you. We're going to start looking at it as what it truly is, a core marketing asset, something that's literally part of your brand's DNA. And the benefits here are huge, and they kick in almost immediately. A great number makes your brand instantly recognizable. It projects this incredibly professional image, and it gives you a real, tangible edge in your marketing. Of course, it's way more memorable, and for some businesses, it even acts as a bit of a status symbol. It just screams credibility. So what do these memorable numbers actually look like? Because it's definitely not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. Let's decode the different types of UK mobile numbers you can actually go out and buy, so you can see how this strategy really starts to take shape. Okay, this table gives us a great breakdown of the main options out there. You've got your standard numbers, which are, the ones we all get. They're common, they're affordable. Then you have business-friendly numbers, which have some simple patterns that work well for advertising. Vanity numbers are cool. You can personalize them, maybe with a birthday or something. But right at the very top, that's where you find the real powerhouses, the VIP or premium numbers. And this right here shows you what makes a VIP number so special. We are talking about these incredibly desirable, almost hypnotic patterns. Think about long strings of the same number, or sequences that are just so simple your brain doesn't even have to try to remember them. These are the numbers that don't just get remembered, they get noticed. Now, all of this leads to the most important question for any business owner, right? What's the return on this investment? What's the ROI? So let's get into the real, tangible business benefits that come from investing in a number that people can actually remember. So here's the bottom line. A premium number has a direct impact on your business's success. It boosts brand recall because a simple pattern number reduces what's called cognitive load, which is just a fancy way of saying your brain doesn't have to work hard to remember it. That ease creates a subconscious positive feeling about your brand. It also builds trust because a solid, memorable number suggests you're permanent, you're invested. It's like having an office on a prime street versus one in a back alley. And all of this leads to better marketing performance, making every single pound you spend on advertising work harder because more people can actually act on that impulse to give you a call. Okay, so you get it, you see the value, but how do you actually go out and get one of these numbers? Well, let's walk through the playbook for choosing and securing the absolute perfect number for your brand. First things first, let's talk budget. As you can see from this chart, the cost can vary a lot, but you shouldn't think of this as a cost. Think of it as an investment scale. Standard numbers are your entry point. Semi-premium numbers give you a great balance of memorability for a pretty modest investment. And then you have the premium or VIP numbers. These are a serious investment in your brand's identity, and they're designed for maximum impact and recall. The actual process is really quite straightforward. You start by defining your goal. Is this for marketing, for sales, or just personal branding? Then you set that budget we just talked about. From there, you search online for available numbers, but, and this is super important, you must verify that the seller has the right to transfer the number. Once that's all good, you complete the purchase securely, and finally, you just activate your new SIM. But you gotta be careful because there are definitely some pitfalls. A huge mistake people make is buying a number that seems clever, but is actually still too complicated to remember. Trust me, simplicity beats complexity every single time. And like I said, always verify ownership to avoid scams. And don't forget, these numbers can be an asset with real resale value, so do your homework so you don't end up overpaying. So let's bring this all together. What's the final verdict? Well, we've pretty clearly established that in today's crowded marketplace, your number is so much more than just a contact detail. It's a fundamental, core part of your brand identity. If you only take one thing away from all of this, let it be this. Your phone number is your brand's digital handshake. It's often the very first signal of your professionalism and your credibility, and it works for you 24/7, communicating value and making your business absolutely unforgettable. And that leaves us with one final thought. I want you to actually look at your own mobile number. Is it forgettable? Is it just random? Or does it tell a story of a professional, memorable, and trustworthy brand? Go on, ask yourself, what story does your number tell?